just open LinkedIn and you will notice tons of advice about finding a job as an international candidate. Like do your CV this way, put that on your LinkedIn profile, say this during connection requests to overseas hiring managers. Yes, it's all relevant. However, the most important elements of an international job search, and that just comes down to two things. By the way, if you're interested in what I'm going to teach you here today, look for a link below this video for the 7-day international career positioning course. It's in the description below or on the link at the screen. So number one is value. Unless you can demonstrate your value, and this includes credibility, validity, eligibility, and evidence of your skills, you can't compete overseas. Every single candidate on earth has value, but most don't know how to demonstrate it, and therefore they become the vanilla flavor and cannot stand out above other global candidates. So here are a quick few tips to become the most valuable candidate. First, you must have researched your overseas ideal employers. If so, you probably have a good idea what their requirements are, and you can now create a profile to match it. Now go and create your LinkedIn profile and include the following. Use your past works of excellence like projects, accolades, implementations, improvements, collaborations. So tell that story. How were you involved? What did you do? What result did you get or achieve? Or what outcome did you achieve for your current or previous employers? And then go and add it to LinkedIn featured and LinkedIn project sections, and includes as much as possible quantifiable information. So make sure it's aligned with what the overseas employers really want. And yes, you need to research this. So when I work with international candidates, we build this value profile first. We want to make sure that overseas employers we show this to will see their best work and also see the evidence of that work. Plus, it must align with what they're looking for. And you can only know this if you did your research well enough and know exactly which requirements to match. And then we show it to an audience of curated hiring managers overseas, which brings us to the second most important part of an international job search process. Number two is visibility. So what's the use if you're the best of the best unless you have an audience who can see it? Unless you can build an audience of 500 plus hiring managers inside your ideal overseas employers, nobody can see that value. So here are a few pointers. Check your LinkedIn views. Who overseas have viewed your profile during the last week? Unless you had 10 to 15 views, you are invisible. So now you've got to find the decision makers inside your ideal employers who are active on LinkedIn, actually use LinkedIn, and build that audience. But please do not send your CV to them with "I want a job." Just ask for a connection. That's different. And this is phase one of the relationship and networking strategy. We call it the Magic 500. It's building an audience of at least 500 ideal hiring managers overseas inside your ideal employers. And then in phase two, you can start interacting and engaging with them to build trust, start conversations, and get recommendations and referrals. So the focus in the 3V Elite Career Mentor program is this: to be the most visible, most valuable candidate, and you will always land an overseas offer. Here are some examples of people who've done this. And therefore, once you have a value profile, you can focus on the visibility actions and get hiring managers to see your profile. So what I want to know from you is tell me below which part of this did you find most challenging, building the value profile or building an audience. And remember, if you want more information about this, that full course is in the description below this video, and it's also on the link on the screen. And until next time, take care.